What is happening, everyone? Mystic Fluffy here. In this video I'll be talking about whether Pokemon card collecting is actually dying. Does this really impact the future or the current situation of Pokemon card collecting? Whether you're a enthusiast, collector, investor or a flipper, it certainly impacts everyone in this community, guys. So let's just talk more about this. Alrighty guys, so recently Pokemon has actually reached its peak with the number of people in the community, or the population count has increased dramatically from last year to this year. But now that there's been a huge surge in the number of people collecting or in the hobby, there seems to be a large number of people who actually flip these cards. So they just buy these products in store on release date, and then so that there's none available for customers, so they sell them on a secondary market, whether it's eBay, whether it's Gumtree or Facebook Market, you name it. So this is what's kind of happened, and Pokemon been reprinting cards, and even if when they reprint them, they seem to be just like selling like hotcakes. Like shops will have them and they're gone, retail shops will have them and they're just gone instantly. As of recently, Hidden Fates was released again for EB Games, and that got snatched up in 2 minutes, and that I missed out on getting some, and a lot of people missed out as well, and then a lot of people were pretty upset. So Pokemon have actually realized this situation, this global crisis, that people are actually flipping more than collecting. So it really affects the whole entire community, because there's people that actually play the TCG game, and if they can't get cards, and they'll make complaints, and it looks bad on the Pokemon business or the company. So Pokemon have actually decided to overprint products, and this can be seen for Shining Fates particularly. Battle Stars, they've printed some as well, but you see that in stores, like when Champions Path came out in the first print wave, that everything was sold off, like everything, all the pin collections, the ETBs were sold, aka the Elite Trainer boxes, and that was back like in the end of last year. And then Shining Fates got released, and there's still products available. I see some in Target, Big W, I haven't really checked them, but EB Games still have Shining Fates, and other local card sellers still have some in stock, but it's probably very limited. So, and this is the case, so that Pokemon have realized this, and they're actually printing more, so that the demand meets the supply, and then that people can't actually flip it. So I heard that Nintendo or Pokemon actually are intending to actually print more than what they're used to. So when a new set comes out, they're going to overprint it to allow people to enjoy it again, not just allow flippers, because flippers are just there for the short term, although they might time the release of cards and just flip them for a quick buck. But yeah, it's kind of interesting where people are actually really against flippers, and it's putting a bad taste in the collecting side of Pokemon. So, and there's other great trading card games that are actually growing in popularity as well. I'm taking a huge interest. I haven't really collected, started looking into it, but Dragon Ball Z is definitely picking up with its prices. I've seen cards go for like thousands, especially like a PSA 10. And the Tournament of Power booster boxes, I last saw them for going for like a few $1,000s. So that's pretty crazy. There's a huge increase in those prices in DBZ, and the series is still going. And mainly the manga is still going, and it hasn't finished yet, I believe. So there we have it, with DBZ is growing, and Digimon's picking up as well. And you know, and there's a lot of people that were collecting Pokemon cards and still collect it, even through last year. But you know, people pretty disappointed in the community how it's become quite toxic. So they've left the hobby, or maybe they're going on hiatus and just leaving it for a bit, and just see how it kind of pans out after the pandemic. Maybe when the global economy gets back to normal, then maybe there'll be changes in the Pokemon community where people are actually treating it as more of a collection thing rather than a flipping side business going on there with them. But I feel like that at the moment where it sits, Pokemon, it's definitely slowed down a bit, because a lot of people they're using like eBay prices. So eBay sold listings, they're using it as a guide to reflect the value of their current card. So let's just say, for example, I don't know, like a Charizard, PSA 10 Charizard from base set, that was going for like, I don't know, 20,000 like last year, and now it's just reduced to like 15,000 roughly, or maybe $10,000. So there's definitely been a drop in prices. And Logan Paul, who everyone thinks that he's the one that manipulated the price or actually pumped the prices for Pokemon card values. It's great for those who have actually been in the hobby for a long time, or people that were holding vintage cards, particularly the WotC era. And then Logan Paul did another huge box break with one of his first edition booster boxes, and then the prices didn't really increase that much. I mean, I feel like it pretty much stayed pretty stagnant, and then now it's just dropped a bit in prices. So I feel like a lot of people spent most of the money last year to get on the hype wagon, so that they didn't miss out on anything. But now that the Pokemon prices have actually dropped a bit, are people actually buying more, or are people leaving the hobby and then the people are remaining inactive? Who knows? The community is huge, and then this year being the 25th anniversary, could it be that people are saving up for a huge 25th anniversary? Are they expecting the Pokemon company to actually print decent cards? Because I mean, you have to admit, the 25th anniversary so far, the release of certain cards hasn't been all that flash, although there's been speculation that there's going to be a 25th anniversary set. Could be the Eevee Heroes, which is being announced in Japanese. So we'll see how it goes, how it pans out. But nothing's really been too amazing in my opinions, but who knows what could happen down the track. Maybe Pokemon could actually drop a huge bomb on us and then say that this is going to happen. So perhaps people are being smart about their spending, because you know, Pokemon card isn't a cheap hobby or a cheap investment, especially if you're holding on to a lot of things. Because those people that are flipping, like trying to flip the ETB Shining Fates, you know, you can't really flip them for much because people don't really want them as much as they did initially on release date. But definitely it will pick up in value, no doubt. But at the moment, it's pretty stale at the moment. So, but that's why I feel like it's sort of quietened down a bit in terms of like sales, and then I'm sure there's people who have been trying to haggle down with prices that have released their prices. But we'll see how it goes this year. But I think that it's definitely quietened down. Like I've seen on the pages, there hasn't been a huge activity, even though there is. People aren't really pouncing on those prices and then basing on the sales of their items based on the eBay sold listing. So there's that with where it sits at the moment with the Pokemon side of things. So, but I feel like that even though the prices have dropped a bit, they will eventually pick up when things go out of print, or they know that their certain sets will no longer be printed again. So that's it. So then there'll be a supply meets demand type of matter here. Who knows what can happen? Like, it'll be interesting to see what the 25th anniversary sets they were going to release. But I'm still waiting in line to hope there is something good released, and I'm sure a lot of people are. That's probably why people are halting on their spending, or maybe they're trying to sell more than they're buying. But still, Pokemon are still releasing certain sets scheduled to be released on certain months throughout the year. So we got Chilling Reign that's being released in June, so that's not too far away, a few months away, and then that drops. And yeah, there seems to be some okay cards there. You got the Moltres, Articuno, and the Zapdos, the Galarian Pokemon of the Kanto version. So yeah, we'll see if that's going to be seen pretty popular. I mean, people have enjoyed that Matchless Flight set. So we'll see how it goes, and definitely it will pick up again. But you got to realize that the Pokemon market you'll see fluctuations where we're high and then low, high and low. People will hype it up, then it'll drop because prices are too high and people can't afford it, so they just move away from the hobby. Maybe they go to a different TCG or other things in their life. So that's where it kind of sits at the moment, guys. You might not be happy with it, but it's the way the market is. You can't control it. It's just the way the market is, because people are trying to sell things according to where the market value is in that point in time when you're trying to sell something or you buy something, guys. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below of what you think of the Pokemon situation. Do you think the market is dying? Do you think the collecting side thing is improving, or where it sits at the moment? But anyways, that's my time, guys, and as always, keep safe, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you on the next one.